here. Okay. I am going to get some Minecraft music up. Let's use Spotify, because YouTube will probably have ads. Okay, that's a long list. 3 hours, 9 minutes. Let's make sure the sound is down. Alright, there we go. Today, I should probably get back to that so I can actually see what I'm doing. Where did I put it? Today, we are making the crafting bench. Set number 21265. Actually, I should put that in my stream title. Okay. Added. And because I can, I'm going to use my OBS instead of my laptop today. There's the screen. I do apologize for the lights there. That's the blinds. I can't do anything about that. Got quite a few bags to deal with. Okay, bag number 1. That's a good sign. Looks like we got 10 bags. Oh, that's not 2 bags. Bag 6s. That is a bag 6 and a bag 9. Good to know. Alright, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. So now I've got those set aside for the future. For when we need them. We also got that plate. Ah, that's for the mountain bit. Okay, there's a lot of background stuff in English, French, and Spanish. Oh, right, this was released for the 15-year anniversary. So that's probably what some of that is. Alright, bag number 1. I think last time I used condiment cups to separate out some of these pieces. That would require me to get up, however. I don't feel like doing that yet. Alright. Oh, that's hard to see. I'm sorry, that's supposed to be brown? It's darker than the piece. Let me see if there's a black one. There isn't. Alright, so yeah, that's dark brown. Even though the orange... I suppose that orange is darker than the orange piece. Slightly. Oh, the progress bar is a little Steve. I'll just, there we go. Oh, that's right, the black pieces have the white circle bits. Already feel my posture. Gonna need to... Oop, skipped a few steps there. Can already feel my posture giving me a little grief. Is that a little too loud? Let's try that. Alright, so we need 3 of these. There's the brown pieces again. And there's one of the brown pieces that has that hole in it. That was basically the perfect way to hold that, wasn't it? I just kind of guessed. Alright. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, it goes on that edge. So it doesn't seem right, because... Okay, maybe you can see it too. That empty space there is a 6x6, as is from there to the edge of here. However, this is 4, 5. That's 7, that's 6, and that's 5. But that's how it's done. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Alright, now we got 8 of these. Of course, I could just be misinterpreting what's going on here. That's entirely possible. I don't even know if we're doing the top or the bottom of the crafting bench. That's 6. 7. Oop. Let's just set that there. Ah, there it is. Try to hide under the book. some reinforcing. Hopefully they put that in later. Alright, here we go with some reinforcing. Okay, now we got the gray ones. Oh. Okay, yeah, the two gray ones in the corners. Oh, come on. Alright. Now we need 6 of these guys. I thought these were gray, but I think these are gunmetal. Don't fall off now. Alright, so we got those. Now we do brown corner pieces. Four of them. Now we have these guys. And these guys. 5 of the squares. Still a little flimsy. Alright, so I'll hold it in my hand then. Alright, now that's mostly firm. And we've got all of the flat pieces. Well, not all of them, but a lot of the brown flat pieces. Number 15. Now we're sturdy. You know what? I probably should have checked if there were multiple set options here. Okay, so this is the base. Oh, stickers. Okay, I'll set that aside for now. Not sure why that wasn't in one of the bags. Okay, so it looks like it's all one set. Naturally. Oh, I dropped my phone on my headphone cord. Apologies if y'all could hear that. You probably could. I saw the audio spike. Alright. Ah, that's why it was off center. Because it needs to account for different sized land masses. I just want to point out there are 3 different color browns in just this portion of the set. I wonder how many browns LEGO has. Ironically, Minecraft could use more of that color brown. The tan colors. Oop, we're onto a new bit. We got 2 of these. Not exactly sure what they're called, but I know this is snot. Studs not on top. Alright, and we need to make 2 of these, so we might as well make them at the same time. It's actually going to be hard to see that, won't it? Because it's... well... yeah. I've got some old mail. Should be easier to see. My address is on the other side, so I'm definitely not going to flip it over. Okay. More of these. Oop. Come on. That one didn't want to go on. Alright, now we got these guys on top. On the flat side, we put those. I should probably mute every time I fix my headset, shouldn't I? Swap it over. Then the flat plates. Okay, so the studs do go on top of these. later, we get the stickers. Okay. Start with number 1. Oh, look at how straight that is. If you can see. It had for a second there. It's hard to see because it's black on black, but I mean, it's not perfectly even, but the gap at the top is consistent from left to right. Likewise for the bottom, and the left side is consistent from top to bottom, as is the right side. Sweet! Oh, it's the menu screen! Create new world. And some of the splash text. I didn't think I'd get this excited over just seeing create new world. Okay, that one was a bit... That one worked. That one's about as straight as the logo. You are the player. Well, that one was off center. Be difficult to tell though. Place all the blocks. Yeah, that was a meme 10, 15 years ago. Now in 3D. Ooh, actually, once I put this on, I can do something with that. Because I have at least one pair of 3D glasses in my house. Not from the movie theater, but from one of my Avatar merch things. Let's see, it's not in here, so let me mute and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. This is what I was talking about. Oh, you can see my webcam up there. The Avatar Collector's Vault book in 3D. I think this is the first large purchase that I made for this franchise. I don't think the 3D glasses effect will work with the webcam, but you can see it's got the red-blue. And it came with a pair of 3D glasses. Ah yes, and I thought I had a couple more. I have a couple cheap ones. So let me see if this'll work. Probably not. Now in 3D! Was that worth it? Yeah. Brought me a bunch of joy, so yeah, that was worth it. Ooh, this one says finally complete. I think that was splash text for version 1.0, which was, of course, what was it, 10 years ago now? Yeah, I think the official release was 2015. Of course, I don't think anyone truly believed that it was finally complete. Oh, you guys can't see it. I have them off to the side here. Let me just stick them there. I don't think anyone truly believed that it was finally complete in 2015. Well, maybe other than Notch. But he hasn't had anything to do with Minecraft since 2015, when he sold it to Microsoft. Alright, there we go. We've got the logo on this side, and Create New World on this side. And this just shows them, the splash text, off to the side. So I'm going to set those up here. As well as my envelope. Alright. Now we've got Steve. They want him there. You should not be twisting. Ah, now we're on to bag number 2. Okay. This is probably a good use for the condiment cups. For the moment, they're just sitting on my desk. Alright. Done with that. Yeah. That's the brick puller. You are not straight. There we go. Right. I'm also going to put the white base plate down there. And usually the small stuff gets saved for last, but this time they want us to do the cow right away. Looks like we're also doing a pig. Yep, there's the cow face. Okay, so we got that bit, then the cow face. And the cow goes moo. We're building up the base now. Square. Long piece. Oop. What are you getting? Oh, there's a piece in there. Do I have a pin? Or a knife or something? Okay. I'm gonna finish this step and then go find something to pick that out. Because what an odd thing to happen. I'll be right back to fix that. Alright, I am back with a couple things. I got a T-pin and a tweezers. And let me fix the cord. Alright. Oh, the smooth side is on the inside. Alright, guess we're doing T-pin. Yeah. I'm gonna keep those handy. Alright, and then we repeat that step, except for that bit. Oh, wait a second. I got these wrong. Let me fix that. These needed 1x2s. Or 2x1s? Whatever they're called. Alright, now we repeat it. Then 2x1. Should be one more 2x1. There we go. Rick, why don't you know? I'm too impatient for that. Alright, so we got a 2x1, 2x1, a 1x1. Forgot about that pile for a second there. Alright. Now I got that. Not 100% sure what that's for yet. Ah, we going fancy. Connecting the two browns, or two of the browns. We have to do that 8 times. So you know the green shirt that I usually wear on streams? Now I'm not wearing it today. Well, it got a rip in the armpit, which normally I would just fix that up. However, when I took it off to actually check the damage, it wasn't just the one rip. There was just a whole area of weakness in the actual sleeve itself, and that's not quite something I can fix with just a zigzag stitch. So that'll go in my box of other damaged items of clothing for future use in maybe a sewing project, like cabbage or coleslaw. Cabbage, in sewing vernacular, means leftover bits of fabric that are too small to do anything with, and then coleslaw is when you cut those things up and use them as filling, like in pillows and whatnot. Learned that from Bernadette Banner. Okay. Okay, so the dark piece goes that way. Okay, so the dark pieces go on top of the dark pieces. That's interesting. This corner piece is 3 of these. Why didn't they just use a tall piece? Surely it's not just to inflate the piece count, right? Yeah, and then has us do a gray piece like that. I don't know what the advantage of using the 3 pieces is. Also wants us to add these pieces. Nope, not that one. Actually, yes, this one. Except I was looking at that one, and then picked up the 3 long, so that's why I didn't think it was the one. Oh, wait. There are tools on the side of the crafting bench. That must be what that white piece is. I know I saw the exterior of the crafting bench somewhere. Okay, it's probably before the biomes. Aha, yep. It's the tip of the saw. You know, it's kind of weird how you just forget some of the basic Minecraft stuff. Like the fact that there's a saw on the side of the crafting bench, but there's no saw in the game. Alright. Oop. Right. We got the corner bits to do. Now we put that piece on. And that piece. I'm going to assume that the cow head is unneeded, so I'll put that with Steve. That's another situation where they could have used a single piece in place of multiple pieces. This set has 1,195 pieces. Oh, there we go. I wonder if there's a price threshold for certain things. Wait a second. The edge is there, and the edge is there. My camera isn't centered. Oh well. Probably because I'm using a janky setup made of wood. Wood that's just cobbled together. Anywho, keep going. That's another tool. But it's leaving that space open. For the next step, probably. Just the beginning of the mountain. And these pieces. Okay, so 2 in and along that edge. I'm wondering if there's a better setup. Okay, I'm going to try to figure that out. Because if the primary piece is here, if I put the pieces over here and the book up there, this might be better actually. I'm going to go with this for a while. Oh, wait. Right, this is a janky cardboard table, so it's got a huge dip there, which may be why I had it on the cross beam right there. You can kind of see where the color is rubbed off. That's a cross beam, so it's a good place to balance that. But there's nothing on either side of it, so... Do I get another board to put it on? Or do I just deal with it? If I put the pieces over here... Oh yeah, also there's a huge hole, which is probably why the divot's there. Okay, over here is a bit more stable. I'll do it like this for a while. See if that's any better. Ah, now I've got the terrain to do. Alright, I'm going to base it on this image. And just go from left to right. One by one. Line by line. Like a 3D printer. That's another situation where they could have done it differently. This part, I'm not I don't have as much of an issue with this part. Because remember, Minecraft is blocky, and this gives that impression. But these pieces don't have that. These pieces do. However, you can see right next to it, it's got a 1x2 flat plate. So who knows? Is it even worth pointing out or recording? I mean, might as well do two at once. Oh, there's a piece of dirt there. Gonna have to get a new one of those at some point. Probably not going to use this. So I'll set that there, just in case. White square. I'm not used to this song being at normal speed. Because I watch Minecraft video, well, I watch pretty much everything on YouTube at 1.25 speed. And that includes the Minecraft music when it's used in Minecraft videos. You know what just occurred to me? I wonder if there's a Lego Tetris set. Because that is that S shape from the Tetris game. Lego Tetris. Okay, so it's not an official set, it's a Lego Ideas set. Here, let's zoom in on that one. It's got a leaderboard. Oh, it uses the studs to slide, doesn't it? Oh, actually, right there. Those bits. Okay, that makes more sense because they flare out, so that's what fits in those channels. That's fun. I used to love playing Tetris. Couldn't get enough of it. I wonder what changed, actually. Was it mobile games? There's probably mobile games. I'm trying to be methodical about this, and the way it's done ain't working that way. Alright. Then in that case... Wait. No, that doesn't go there. I need a dark green first. There's 3 colors of green in this set. At least 3 colors, rather. 4. 4 colors of green. Ah, ah, ah. And that piece goes there. As long as I have it. Might as well put it in. Alright. We are on this piece. Green. Light brown. Come on. There we go. So much for being methodical. Darn my impatience. And then those might all be extras. Yep, they're extras. Okay, put that over with Steve and the cow. Bag number 3. Nope. Now we get starting with the skeleton head. Get out of there. Right, that's an extra bit. I think one of these days I want to build a Lego set that is just the extra pieces that we've gotten from other Lego sets. So if I were to do that, these aren't all of our Lego sets. These are just the Avatar ones. Some below them. Some Star Wars and Marvel sets. There's even some sets on this piece, which you can't see because of the apparatus. But you can kind of see that one, actually. That's a pod racer. That is a stormtrooper. In A New Hope, there's that scene where the stormtroopers are combing the desert. And they're riding these creatures. So we got one of those sets. Next to it is a sand person on a bantha. I think we have as many Lego sets elsewhere. Oh, right. Also, that Lego set. The Pride set. Alright, bag number 3. Skeleton. Okay, let me... There's a face. Is there another face piece? Yes, there is. I'm just going to put that right away with Steve and the cow. Okay, and then a flat top. Skellybub go there. Straighten. Actually, there we go. That'll show a little bit more of the table. Oh, we're on the back side now. Well, I know all of the light blue pieces are going to be together, so let's set those aside for now. Gray on top of those. Now see, that would have been a perfect spot for one of these double highs. Now something similar on this side. There we go. And there's that bit. There we go. There's the piece I was looking for. I like this song. What is this song? This is Poco Poco Syntheon Remix. Interesting. Alright, now we're on to this bit. Ooh, foliage. Alright, gotta be careful about how we do these. And then a light green go there. 4 of those blue/indigo pieces in total. Oh, this is the first biome. Okay, so these aren't the water pieces, because those are presumably these wedge pieces. Or these translucent blue pieces. Gotta remember where the camera is. Okay. I bet the reason I enjoy this song so much is because it sounds a lot like kind of music that, yeah, there are a lot of elements similar to what Koa produces. I say that as if it's her producing the music and not her husband, General Mumble. But yeah, she's got some songs that are similar to that. The one that specifically comes to mind is, I think it's Perfect Disaster. Okay, so we got those green pieces. Okay, one of those. This round bit on the, I assume, the sand. 4 black pieces. 1 by 1 flat plates. There's the other piece. Okay. Now I've got to make some other bits. There's 1. There's 2. And here's the last bit. Oop. Not falling down on my watch. Okay, now that one goes between those black pieces. We need 2 of these arches. Oh wait, they have a blue piece on top. Right, there's that other black piece. Okay, I'm not muted. Just had to check. Okay, that makes sense. They go on top of the black pieces. Okay, and then 2 more green pieces. Top of there. Ooh, Ooh, we getting fancy. Um... Okay, the trouble with this is getting those square bits lined up. The flower bits are nominal. Assuming I'm using that word correctly. Aha! Waterfall. I was correct. Alright. There's that. Now, that piece. And some green bits. There we go. Okay, this one's on top of the water, facing that direction. Now we're building up the supports. Now, hold on. I wonder if there was a flaw in the injection process. Because that lines up perfectly. That doesn't. It'd be a minor flaw if that's the case, but still probably something that they weren't aware of. Okay, and then a flat piece there. Alright. Now for the later grays. Now the rest of the corner bits. You know, I do wonder why that flat piece is there. It's not structural. Alright, so that goes in that corner. Boop. 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 And boop. And that goes in that corner. Nope. Like that. Alright. Bag number 4. I'm actually going to take a quick break, stretch my back a little bit. So these are extra bits. But that was Steve and the cow and the skeleton. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see, where were we? Ah, yes, beg for. But the first we're doing is a witch. Get that back out. Yeah, let me put it that way. Yeah, I should probably wash my hands. I had something to eat. It was one of those mac and cheese dinner meals, frozen dinners. So naturally, it's not the kind of meal that's going to sate me, but it'll tie me over for probably till the end of the stream. I'll be right back. Oh, you can hear that even if it's not muted, or even if it is muted. Alright, so this one we want purple, the face, then the hat. That hat's not straight, is it? Well, it's straight enough. Now I've got a little witch right there. Focus. How did you pop off? Ah, because you weren't clicked in. I remember the first time I saw a purple Lego piece. It was for a set that was made for McDonald's. Purple was for Grimace. And this set, I believe, was a kind of like a race car situation. Where they were like 5 or 6 different pods, and each pod contain, well, each cockpit contained a one of the mascots. Now the cockpit, I can get a pen. The cockpit was one of these pieces. Just one of those slope pieces. You can see how much effort was put into that, but nowadays they'd go a lot bigger with it. Well, maybe not bigger, but a lot more intricate. Especially when you consider all that they did for the Avatar Lego sets. Trying to find a Navi I can take without messing things up. This'll work. Because to make the Navi, they had to... Well, the torsos are normal. They had to make new heads, new hair, probably. Actually, the hair might have existed. Or maybe not. Anyway, new heads, probably new hair, new arms, new legs, a new tail. Just for the Navi characters. Oh, come on, get back on the thing. Then, of course, you got all the creatures. Toruk has a new head. Payakan has a new head. The Ikran have new heads. The Dire Horse, completely new. The Thanator has a new head. The Ilu has a new head. And the Tsurak, or the Skimwing, also has a new head. There is a manta ray kind of creature over here, or in one of the sets. I don't know if that's new or old, but at the very least, that is 7 new creatures that they created for the Avatar sets. Where were we? This step. This sounds like a remix. Yep, Endless, the Anamanaguchi remix. I should do a different lighting setup for when I do the top down, because right now this white sheet is like overexposed, and you can see every piece here. And normally it wouldn't be as dark as it is outside right now, but it's going to rain, so it's darker than usual. But actually, I didn't have that problem when I made the Christmas tree set, because it's dark at 4 p.m. in December. Where was I? Ah, yes. Lego, what was the point of putting that piece if you're just going to put a piece on top of it? There's the rain. Flip it again. Ah, we're decorating this stuff now. Okay. This is why I need light, because I need to see the separation there. Which you can't see now. Okay, you should be able to see it there. It is such a dark green in person that I can't see that line between those pieces. At least not very easily. Now that I know that that's there, though, I can do it. Alright. Clear blue. Clear blue. Brown. Okay. Another dark green. A clear blue. Okay, and a clear blue on top of that. Brown square. Then that piece. Two more. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something. They had us do the skeleton when we made the cave bit. They had us do the witch, and I'm betting this is a witch hut. It's hard to tell with that up there, but I'm pretty sure that's the porch on the witch hut. Anyway, back to this. Got that piece. Alright, now onto the witch hut. Oh, wait. This looks custom. Oh, it's not. Possibly. Copyright 2022. That was before the 15-year anniversary. However, if I get this Navi again, I look at the tail bit, because each piece has the year they were copyrighted, aka when the design was finalized. Okay, so it's not on the tail. Could be on the legs. There is writing inside the legs, inside the feet. It's hard to tell. But it's there. Okay, there's a brand. Some identifying information. Usually I just take the Toruk head. But that's a little harder to reach from here. Payakan is easy to reach, however he's large. I need to dust this. Oh, yep. These were made in 2022. Alright. Let's put that one carefully back. Now this wasn't for an Avatar set. Otherwise I would have recognized it. Oh, wait a second. I skipped a step. You start like this. I forgot the porch. Okay. Now we put these on. Oh! I was thinking these were the legs, but no. Those are the legs, these are the walls. Alright, let's get that lined up. Gotta remember to lean over the table when I do this. Okay, another one on top of that one. Oh, come on. I'm not satisfied with how those lined up. That's better. I wonder what set this piece was originally for. Could it have been another Minecraft set? Possibly. It wants us to put it there. And some decorative pieces. Green plants. Blue plants. That was lightning. These, I believe, would be the Azure Bluets? Bluets? Whichever flower can only be found in the swamp. Okay, there's that piece. This one goes on top of that one. Then we got that and this piece. That goes there. Trees. Okay. I need to make 2 of these trees. Nope. Just realized I forgot this corner piece. Alright. One side will have the... I assume those are supposed to be vines. There's a tree facing that direction, and the other one other one faces this direction. It's interesting, but because of the orthographic layout, it almost looks like it's one tree. Just in the shape of, well, in the shape of a creaking torso. No, not a, the torso and the head of a creaking. It's got that jaunty shape. Ah, a birch tree. No vines on the birch tree. If they made this set today, they would probably find a way to incorporate wildflowers. Get these all lined up properly. Alright, on to bag number 5. Almost dropped that piece. Alright, bag number 5. Creeper is so iconic, it has its own piece. Cute little guy. And they want that one right there. Okay, now we're dealing with the blue pieces. Let me actually start with this one, since this one is on that end, and the others are right next to it. Alright, looks like we're finishing up this portion. It's supposed to be that color. Let me see if it looks better. Colors are still a bit off. For whatever reason, actual Lego is more vibrant than the instruction books. I think they've always been that way. Oh, it's having difficulty focusing. Alright. It's hard to tell. Actually, we only have a few pieces of this color brown, so that's the only option. And that piece goes there. Oh, come on. Okay. Terrain complete. Well, for the most part anyway. Can't forget the dirt block, can we? Or the grass block. Alright, we're making another tree. This time without the vines. Just regular oak tree. Alright, this one goes there. Ah. Wonder what that green bit is supposed to be. Wait. Almost missed the second part of that step. Okay, so that's definitely a beach. Couldn't be a turtle, could it? Alright, now we're on to another mini biome. Ooh, we getting fancy here. Okay, we got the bars there. There's the other bar. Ah, there's the dark green. Okay, there's that bit. And then these two pieces. Ah, it's a mine shaft. Ah, those are rails. That makes sense. Alright, so we want the blue was this guy. It's supposed to be a translucent red. One of these brown pieces. I think one of the brown pieces. What is this song? Double Time Tumble. What's it from? Battle and Tumble. Battle minigame. I wonder if this was a Bedrock thing. It's a little minecart. Teeny tiny. Right, can I see the date when this piece was made? I'm sure it's on there somewhere. If I remove my glasses. Very difficult to say. But I feel like these were originally roller skates. Right, there's the minecart. Boop. Yeah, that had to have been a roller skate. I've also never seen this piece before. It's got a little hole in the top there. I also don't see a date on this one. It's a 5-digit number, which I assume is the part number. Because they wouldn't put that on a specific set number, would they? Alright. Because that wouldn't make much sense. Okay, there's a bit of stone overhang. Let's see. Hold on. Responding to a Discord message. It involves that thing that I mentioned, I think last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, about a D&D thing going on at Wednesdays. responded. Apologies for that. Oh, look, we're over halfway done. Come on. Here we go. Oh, that's Deep Slate. Come to think of it, I think the first Minecraft Lego sets were before Deep Slate was even a thing. Let me look that up quick. First Lego Minecraft. Oh, yeah. The first Minecraft Lego set was 2012. And Deep Slate. So I can go to the Minecraft wiki for that. Deep Slate. Okay, the first Deep Slate, previously called Grimstone, which honestly is a much cooler name. Now that was February 2021, so almost 9 years after the first Minecraft Lego sets. So then what's the green? Has an Enderman been busy? Alright, so this piece goes there. That piece goes there. Is that supposed to be iron and diamond? The blue makes sense as diamond. Oh, there we go. I thought my computer was acting up, but it wasn't. I just had my mouse in a bad place so that it only looked like it was messing up. Right. Pink flower. You go there. Long bit. Flat green. Peak step. Ooh. Darn it. Where did that go? There it is. Alright. You go there. I think this was one of my favorite sequences in the Minecraft movie. Malgosha's villain origin. She was laughed at a talent contest where she danced to this song. Completely ridiculous, of course, but so much fun. Right, then that. Let's move you a little bit. Did I get everything? Yes. Alright, now more do it. Do 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 do. Right, that's the overworld. There's no deep slate that close to the overworld. Alright. In any case, just need to put things in the right places. Ah, it's a cherry grove. Alright, so we're making 2 of these trees. These ones aren't vines. They are just cherry trees being weird. Oh, wait a second. Ah. Yes. Cherry trees being weird indeed. Because these ones have branches. Okay. But not on the top and not on the back. I'm just calling that the front for simplicity. Put you there. And the other one. This one goes there. And you go next to the mountain. Oh, dang it. Alright, bag 6. There were a lot of extra pieces on this one. This is working out quite well. Except when I hit my chair into the table. Alright. Rotate. We're doing the corner bits. The start of the mountain. 1 second. Haha. It's going to be very difficult for you to see. But that mine shaft, maybe don't do that one. That mine shaft goes directly into this piece. Which kind of makes sense, because it's got the mine shaft bits there. Although I've never seen a black mine shaft in Minecraft, so not sure what that's all about. Okay, we're not rotating yet. Still gotta put the ice on. Okay, and this bit. Alright. Nope, that's not right. It's one of these ones. Because I need not one of these. Why do they all have a hole? Apologies that you can't see. But I can't see either. Can you guys see a hole in that piece? Because I can't. Well, I can, but just barely. Alright. Now the question is, where does that hole go? Okay. So why did you make it with a hole in it? Okay, now one of these, the hole going hidden. Now that. Nope, not one of those. One of those. Two of these white bits. Now we've got one of these and one of these. Alright, one of those. Corner bit. That bit. And that. Those will be the shears. Well, that's gonna go there anyway. There's a 4-piece and 2-piece. And one of these. And I'm sure you guys saw that, but this is not stable. So it's possible that's going to be fixed on this layer. Or not. This song is, I don't want to say Holland, but it's like Holland. Written by Johan Johnson for Minecraft Dungeons. Johan Johnson. Looking him up on Spotify. He has no about page. Alright, here's another Lena Rain. This is deeper. There's a little animation bit on Spotify. It is one of the default skins just going through a trial chamber, and it just loops. It loops nicely. Involves pressure plates and what have ya. I could just watch that for a while. Okay, there's the hammer. Okay, now we're doing the next layer, which is basically the same piece, same color pieces. For the most part. first I need this piece. Okay. Wants me to do this. A 2-piece and a 1-piece. And that. And then just continue the line. And we're doing another layer. Okay, I think this will be the last layer, because then it'll match up with the height of those bits. Okay, now it wants us to do the same thing for this, except the opposite way. So instead of 2, 1, it's 2, 1. Alright. Now it wants to do this. Nope, not that. That. This little bit. For the mountain bit. Okay, now we got some more of these. This may be why they told us to, or this may be why they gave us all those pieces with holes in them. So we need 8 of these. It was probably easier to, or probably either easier or more cost-effective to make more than necessary than to have multiple, than to have an extra piece, if that makes sense. Ah, that was the closing sound, or song, from Minecraft Live. No wonder it sounded triumphant. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I might as well skip to that next step for a quick second. stick that there. This one is a bit more interesting. Wait, I missed a piece. Right there. So basically just repeating that for on top. Probably doesn't really matter which direction that goes in, but for consistency's sake. Oh, we got another layer. Does a crafting table have 4 layers of that lighter color? Let me check the wiki. Oh yeah, it does. It's made from planks. Alright. Well, it's easy enough to figure out which pieces go where then. Not yet. Alright. Okay, and then this layer. Then bag 7 will have the top layer, the topmost layer. This is Broken Heart of Ender from Minecraft Dungeons Echoing Void. It sounds like boss music. Huh. Only 2 extra pieces in that bag. Alright, bag number 7. That bag. And once again, we're starting with a character. There's a face. It's a villager. Oh wait. A flat head. Not a nub. Right? And the villager goes next to the creeper. Right. Just like before, I'll set these ones aside. That one goes there. I realized something. Since these C pieces are there, and then, well, aside from, what is it? This layer having structure to it, I suppose those are keeping it sturdy. But in addition to that, the top of the crafting table is going to provide a bunch of structure. Alright, now we want this little blue piece right there. Alright, now we want to make the sun. Oh, wait a second. I jumped the gun on that. Sun goes there. Why did I do it that way? Alright, these 4 pieces, they could have done a 6 length one. I'm not sure how much sturdier that makes the set. It's definitely a remix. Minecart Ride from the Minecraft Live soundtrack. Okay, now I got these pieces. That could have been bad. Alright. Yep, that's what I expected. Next layer is just these. Oh, wait a second. I just realized that I put these in backwards. Ooh, don't do that. I don't know why I did it that way. Alright, that piece is fixed. Get in there. Alright, now that those are done, I need to fix these. Thank goodness that they weren't secured. Right? Okay. Now we've got that, but this one, ooh, actually that's a little bit easier than I expected. I just need to finagle it, get under there, because that, ooh, don't want to do that whole piece. Get it under. Ooh, there we go. Alright, there we go. Now put this back where it was. Likewise. One of the trees fell off. Well then, disaster averted. Potential disaster, anyway. Thank goodness those pieces were easy. Alright. These ones I will flip up on the correct side, because they need to be, well, that's about it. They just need to be. There's a new show on Apple TV this week. I think on Wednesday, June 4th. I don't have Apple TV, but I read this. It was an article in the TV Guide. Well. Oh, wait a second. Why did they have... Oh. That makes sense. They have it this way so that the corners are secured. Anyway, there's a new show called Stick, Stars Owen Wilson and Judy Greer. Owen Wilson is a disgraced pro golfer. Had a temper on the course, and that cost him his career, so he started teaching. It also cost him his marriage, and his ex-wife is played by Judy Greer. Now, if you've seen Ant-Man, and if you've seen Two and a Half Men, you probably know that she seems to be a bit typecast these days. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, I don't have Apple TV. I don't plan on getting Apple TV for this. Just the thought of Judy Greer playing yet another divorced woman amused me. Okay, that piece goes there. Nope, not that piece. This piece. Okay. One of these square pieces. And a bit of a river. That bit is left empty. Okay, so that's these 2 layers tall bits right there. Then repeat this. Yep. Ah, that's why. So those can go all the way down. You know, we did the villager. I think this is a village. And those are path blocks. I wonder if that color existed before. Oh! A house is going there. Alright. Now let's make the house. Two of them. Remember to build it on camera, not next to my chest where you can't see. Right, there's one house, and the glass is just as easy to see through as the old glass texture. Alright, then repeat that. I'm sure this isn't a novel thing to say, but I'm pretty sure a significant portion of Minecraft's success comes from LEGO. Or initial success. Because a lot of Minecraft's modern success came from the COVID era, when a bunch of large YouTubers were playing Minecraft again because there was not much else to do. Markiplier and PewDiePie, unfortunately. Ah, that's where that other house is. But first, we need to place the house. Or houses. Okay, there's those two. Obviously, recent popularity came because of those guys. Or people like them. But the initial popularity 15 years ago probably had something to do with the with LEGO. Now, not just saying that with no evidence. I used to watch a guy named Banana Pylord. Stopped watching him after a while, but regardless. Okay, that's how that piece goes. In his videos, he would sometimes talk about, or he would sometimes read comments and talk about the comments. And one of the comments was, wait, that's not right. One of the comments was, "Lego on Craig?" So it's a comparison that's been around since the game's been around. Alright. Alright. Yep, and it's hard to see, but you can barely see. You can barely see the bottom of that piece. Oh, of course, it lines up with the river. That makes sense. Alright. Bag number 8. There's a lot of people from back then that I stopped watching for one reason or another. The main reason is because I kept forgetting my password to my original account. And that's where I followed most of them. But I used to follow a ton of Minecrafters back in the day. CoStar, Kurt J. Mac, Badge, you know, most of the Mindcrackers. Good. Generic B for a while. I think he was actually one of the first that I stopped following. That was because of Fable. But that is a different discussion. Or I guess since we're talking about old Lego, I suppose it fits here. Just like that pig fits there. Anyway, reason I stopped watching Generic B, in short, was because in his Fable videos, I kinda came to the understanding that the only thing preventing him from being an actual jerk in real life was consequences. Because in Fable, you can do anything and have negative consequences, but no real life consequences. And that just rubbed me the wrong way. Pause on Pause, I think he stopped making videos. Good stopped making consistent videos. I did look up Generic B later, like last year, and he went to vlogging videos. And it just kind of saddened me how all these, well, not all, because people like Etho and Beef are still around, making the same videos they were 12 years ago. But, oh, is this lava? This might be lava. I was in the middle of saying something. Ah, yes. A lot of the old Minecrafters just stopped playing Minecraft or stopped making videos for one reason or another. And it's just kind of sad to me because I I used to enjoy their content so much. That said, I don't think there's any shortage of good Minecraft content. In fact, I think Minecraft content is in a kind of a, well, if 2011, 2012 was the golden age, this is the silver age. Because now you've got people like Infinite Drift, hilarious. Scott's Major was probably back then. I'm actually I'm going to focus on Minecraft YouTubers that I know are recent. Like Infinite Drift, Sunny Sev, I don't want to say In the Littlewood, because I'm pretty sure he's an old guy, or an older generation of Minecrafter. Avid MC, Acorn Bandit, who's raided me a couple times. Anathra, pretty much anyone on the Skyblock server. Tanisha, she started her hardcore world a little over 5 years ago now. Still going strong. And basically every opportunity that she's had to collaborate with other people has been because of that world, which includes Viking Pilot. Sad Milkman, I don't know if he was around back then, but I found out about him through the Skyblock Kingdoms server. Alright, let me get this piece. Part of the reason Minecraft is in its silver age, or maybe back then was the silver age and this is the golden age, because videos these days are a lot more professional, with mods like Flashback for recording purposes and time lapses. So you've got Bobby Mod or Voxy Mod for huge render distances, so you can see more of the world as you play. The Armor Stand mod, which Cleo is basically the poster child for. What is this piece? It is that piece. But not just the mods, it's the game itself. Because in the last, let's just say the last 10 years, the game has changed so much. For example, in 2021, they added the Deep Slate and changed how the world generates. That had cherry biomes. I think the block palette had. Oh, yeah, there was the World of Color in 1.16. So that would have been. When was that? 17 was in 21. 1.16 must have been. Oh, wait, no. World of Color 115? Then the Nether update was 116? The Nether's changed drastically since before it was most recently updated. So there's that. The game is just a lot more, shall we say, rewarding now. But that wouldn't. I don't think it would have been as popular now had it not been as popular as it was 10 years ago. 10, 12 years ago. And that's just cool. That this indie game, debatable on whether it's actually indie these days, because since it's owned by Microsoft, but it was initially developed by one person, and then the company grew, quickly became the world's best-selling game of all time. I mean, it's hard to beat that. But I think it became the best-selling game of all time before Minecraft bought it, didn't it? What is going on here? Okay. That block. And another one of those. No, we want a flat piece on top of that. We want to stick that there. Well, that's something I can look up later. Because, if I'm being honest, it doesn't really matter. However it happened, Minecraft became the best-selling game of all time because people enjoy playing it. Oh. Maybe I should have put this piece on before I did that. Oh, is this supposed to be coal? I think that's supposed to be coal. Fun! Looks like we're getting another tree. Probably a spruce tree. We want this pale green right there. And then right there. Alright, well, another brown piece. Let's put the pig face over with the other characters. Agile Accelerando from Tumble. Oh, come on. There we go. So this has multiple purposes. You can stick nibs in there. I don't have a good piece to show. You can stick them on there, or you can remove pieces with that. You got this Technic piece for, I assume, pushing pins through if you pushed them in too far. You got this, which is very thin and good for popping things off when you didn't mean to put them there. Like that. I think I just found the fifth purpose. See if I can mess that up again. Oh, this one's a little too easy. But what I just did there was I took pieces that were misaligned, they're supposed to be aligned, and lined them up. Don't break. Alright. Right, it was these pieces. Alright, now we got the flowers. Right there. Right there. And as I suspected, spruce trees. Okay, there's one. Mojam from Echoing Void. This is the end of that playlist, so I'll keep my mouse at the ready to start playing again. Got the 2 trees. Just like previous ones, they go there. Alright. Got several additional extra pieces again. Almost lost that one. Alright. Bag number 9. This will be the top of the mountain. And we've got a... Is that a nitwit? I think that's a nitwit. Surely they didn't run out of mobs. Although... they could have done a zombie. No, wait. Oh, of course. Steve, this is Alex. There we go. Alex. Actually, is that in focus? Tisn't. It was focused for a second. There we go. Ah, that's how I can get it to focus in such close-up. Alright, let's put Alex's face over with the rest. So bag 10 must be the top of the crafting table. Looks like the rain stopped. Jumped the gun on this one. Because that needs to be this piece. Then icy bit. Wait. Yeah, the gray goes there. Smooth. 2x3. And there we go. Alright. Now that piece goes there. Don't think this was in this bag. I'll set that there just in case. Right. Flat plate. looks right. Wait. Ah, that goes there. Then these go here. Okay, goes this way. Must go like that. And we need 3 more of those. Yeah, right. I think it's obvious that this is an ice spike biome on top of a mountain. Kind of pulling double duty. Alright. What's the point of that blue piece then? Probably the same point as as having the Irish flag hidden in the Titanic set. Alright, once again, these are tricky to line up. Just force it. Okay, that piece goes there. Nope, not that. This piece. Then a white piece. Then a flat white piece. Alright, then one of these. Wait. Did that one wrong. That needs to be a flat piece. Oh, igloo. Okay, so that's what the red is. That's the igloo with a basement. I was seeing this orientated slightly differently. I was thinking this was the basement, but nope, that's the entrance. Huh. That is a slightly darker blue than the sky, isn't it? Hold on. Oh, come on. Very slightly. Alright, now we're on to bag 10. I'm going to take a quick break here, however. Do a little stretch. I'll be right back. can only hear out of my left ear. Give me a second. Rather, out of my right ear. I don't think that fixed it. Oh well. Now, probably won't need this anymore. Put that back on the table. I'll just set these over here. Okay, that is a 2x6. Ah. Okay, this needs to be the center. Alright. So now we want the 4 lengths there. The 4 length there. Come on. These all seem pretty straightforward. There's that last one. Alright. Now we have the solid bits. Not seeing. Oh wait, that has a stud on top. Okay. For a while there, I thought they were flat. Alright, let's keep it like this. Because this is how... Because that little chit there... That was the corner. Or, that was in that corner in the instructions. Does it matter if I get it wrong? No. Not in the slightest. It's the top of the set. It's not at all structural. I just like doing it the way the instructions say. Like, even for my avatar sets. Let's see, what's a good one? I mean, they're all good. This shows... This has one of these pieces. And the Tree of Souls set actually has a lot more like that. But in the instruction book, this piece was at exactly this angle. I just think it looks nicer. I could have it any which direction, except that direction. Oh. I'm gonna have to check the VOD or the instructions to see if that's the correct placement, but yeah. At least part of it is facing the correct way, or the intended way. Maybe if I mute my microphone, it won't. Yep, that worked. Gonna have to start using the mute macro button for that then. Why is that there? Tiny piece of dirt. Okay, and then this color all the way around. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gee, I wonder where those 9 will go. Nope, that was a little loose. Alright. Okay, now the next step is these bits. And these bits across. Right, and then we place it on top. Tighten that a little bit. Et voila! The Minecraft crafting table. Then here's a build in an actual Minecraft world that was used as the inspiration. Or as the basis. Kind of. They switched a few things around, but yeah. Okay, let's count how many biomes there are. You got a beach, birch forest, swamp. Ooh, that's a mangrove swamp. Cherry, plains village, desert, regular forest, taiga, snowy taiga, mountain, ice spikes, so that's 12. And I don't think any of the cave biomes showed up. So there are 12 biomes in this tiny little box. You know, I bet some lights could be placed there. I'm sure there's something. Well, we do still have these 4. So just for completionist's sake, I'm going to stick them on the corners because I can. So where else am I going to put them? know what? I'm going to say there are 13 biomes in there, because that, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be a drip leaf. That's only in a lush cave biome. In which case the light gray might be clay. Okay, this one has the option of putting these things on the other side as well, which is probably why these exist. Then you could put the splash text on there. But that took almost 4 hours. Honestly, I was hoping it would take a little longer. Let me switch to this screen. Because if it lasted until past 10 p.m., then I could have rated, oh. Can you guys actually see me? Or is it buffering? Because on my dashboard, it's buffering. Yep, you can see me. Alright. Let's see who we can raid. Is he going to let me? Yes, it is. Okay, no one I'm following is doing Lego. Ah, but one of the people I follow for Lego is playing. They're just not doing Lego, they're doing Elden Ring. So let's go raid Buy the Brick Book. Last time we raided them was Christmas. When I did the other Lego set, the Christmas Lego set. Oh, the tab crashed. Alright, let's try that again. So yeah, they are currently playing Elden Ring. It is 18 plus. Probably because Elden Ring is rated M. But they are also queer friendly. So let's go say hi. Next stream will be tomorrow. Oh yeah, because today's Monday. Tomorrow will be on the Treehouse server. We might get started on the volcano. I think we've got enough blocks to, get the outline done. But yeah, thank you for joining me. As I say in Navi, Kievame, Ote Ewangahu. Hold on, let me get to Streamlabs. There we go.